Alright, so I figured I'd do a little recap of last week's hunt for a week in the backcountry, while some things are still fresh in my mind. I'm gonna make a longer video for this, but this one's mainly just pertaining to things that I am thankful that I brought and that aren't the obvious things to maybe have. I mean, or maybe they're obvious, but nuance to them. So the first one here, and very important to all of us, is water. So there are many ways to procure water out in the great wilderness that is the backcountry. You can boil it, you can have a pump system, which some of my people in my group had, seemed to work out. You could also do the iodine tablets. That was like my emergency in case I really had to and I couldn't boil for some reason, which you can always make a fire, or you have your little jet broil if you have one of those, which I'll get to. But I really like this Sawyer. Again, on a smart bottle, or even the Arrowhead bottles that are about the size, has the same adapter for this guy, and you just squeeze on the go. So I almost always had 2 liters on me at any time, and there was so much water around where we were at, it wasn't an issue, which was nice. So that's my method, or what I used. Like I said, there was a couple of different ways to procure water. This one, I just didn't have to sit there and pump. I could just literally scoop and go, which was really nice. Kind of on water, actually, is procuring other means of warmth or food. It was very cold most of the days we were there, and so just consuming warm water was really nice. I have this GSCI kit that I got from a raffle from a local backcountry hunters with the Armed Forces Initiative event that was going up on Tacoma. It was a archery event they had going on this summer, so don't forget everybody backcountry groups out there. This one was really easy to use. Obviously, you just get your little adapter, it goes onto your fuel, and you're good to go. My biggest thing with this is because I'm a prior cold weather injury. I needed to stay warm as much as I could, and so having warm anything to drink or eat was huge. The extra tip with this tin pot is it's gonna rattle and clank. So what I did is I took my fuel, put it in this little gunny sack, put my spoon, my lighter, and my bitter, whatever the heck this is called. I honestly don't remember what it's called at this point. Put it all in here, put it in my bag, like that, on top, and boom, look, no space saving. It makes hardly any noise. So that's kind of like all in one. That's the bonus one for that one. Next one is actually solar to charge your crap, your inReach, your sat phone, your phone for using Onyx, because Onyx, as we all know, burns the living daylights out of your battery. So having a method to charge it during the day with a decent battery bank. Just buy the bigger battery bank, guys. I'm being honest. Almost everyone was running out of juice throughout the whole entire trip. I was pretty chill, and I was the one sharing my battery bank, especially toward the end. So I had a 72K battery bank. A lot of other guys had like two 10Ks or 220Ks. One had a 50K, but I had a 72K, no issue. Yeah, it's bigger, but it's only just one and done block of cheese. That's all you have for that size. The last one I had, this is one that everyone wanted to get their hands on and use, and thought was very useful. And it's actually just a general axe. Right, this one specifically was recommended to me from the guys over at Lodestone Training Consulting, and it is through one of their partners with Mossy Forge. And so he makes these axes. Used to be out of Colorado, then he moved to Pennsylvania, I believe. Don't quote me on that exactly, but I believe he's in the Pennsylvania area, and he makes these stellar axes by hand, every single one of them. Now, the handle guard and the sheath do not come with it. I made these myself for this. It's just Kydex wrapped in leather with some bungee on there, but this axe I've used for 4 years now. for wood, just trimming limbs around camp to acquire for firewood. Used it as, batoning methods. I've used this axe to help train other people to go in the outdoors, because it's just so easy to use, and I actually got my first little nick in the blade after all these years of using it on an elk femur when I was splitting an elk leg. Uh, so, yeah, this has been stellar, and literally the first day I got it, I almost cut my finger off because of my fault, but that's how great this is. And to this day, I was using this to literally cut hide and tendon with. But everyone loved using it that was using it. The handle was a little bit longer when I got it, but I shortened it to my length and fits my backpack perfectly. The weight is well worth it. Obviously, you have your knives, maybe a multi-tool. I brought my Benchmade 5-inch knife with me. I brought a Leatherman. I don't remember the model, whatever, but I had even the little tool set with it too. The Leatherman got used one time. I used my Benchmade to help process 3 other animals. I use that axe every single day. Those are some things that maybe to think about if you're going to do your own backcountry event. I just figured while some things are fresh in my mind to, share some of my thoughts. Yeah, not too bad there. And just the weather. I mean, the second day, I almost fell out of my hammock. I fell out of my hammock the second day because of how bad the wind was. Yeah. Hope that helps, and I'll see you guys on the next one.